Hello, Helen. How are you today?
I am good, Sarah. Thank you.
I want to learn new verbs.
That sounds great. Which verbs?
I heard about some useful verbs.
What verbs did you hear about?
The first verb is abate.
What does abate mean, Sarah?
It means to become less intense.
Can you give an example, please?
Sure. The storm began to abate.
That's a good example, Sarah.
Thank you. What about belie?
Belie means to give a false impression.
Can you use belie in a sentence?
Yes, his calm belied his fear.
Nice. What's the next verb?
The next verb is beseech.
What does beseech mean?
It means to urgently ask for something.
Can you give an example, Helen?
Of course. I beseech you to listen.
I see. What's the next verb?
The next verb is coax.
What does coax mean?
It means to gently persuade someone.
Can you use coax in a sentence?
Sure. I coaxed the cat to come.
Great. What's the next verb?
The next verb is cower.
What does cower mean?
It means to bend low in fear.
Can you give an example, please?
The dog cowered during the storm.
Interesting. What about decry?
Decry means to publicly criticize something.
Can you use decry in a sentence?
Yes, they decried the unfair decision.
What's the next verb?
The next verb is flinch.
What does flinch mean?
It means to make a quick movement.
Can you give an example, please?
He flinched at the loud noise.
I understand. What's the next verb?
The next verb is galvanize.
What does galvanize mean?
It means to excite someone into action.
Can you use galvanize in a sentence?
Her speech galvanized the audience.
Great. What about garner?
Garner means to collect or gather.
Can you give an example, please?
He garnered support for his project.
Interesting. What's the next verb?
The last verb is mar.
What does mar mean?
It means to damage or spoil something.
Can you use mar in a sentence?
The scratch marred the painting's beauty.
I learned so many verbs today.
I'm glad to hear that, Sarah.
Which verb do you like best?
I like galvanize the most.
Why do you like galvanize?
It inspires action and change.
That's a great reason, Helen.
What about you, Sarah?
I like beseech because it shows urgency.
That's a good choice too.
How can I practice these verbs?
Try making sentences with them daily.
That's a helpful tip, Helen.
You can also read more English books.
I will start reading more.
Great. It will improve your vocabulary.
I feel more confident now.
You should. You are learning quickly.
Thank you for your help, Helen.
You're welcome, Sarah. Happy learning.
Let's review these verbs together soon.
Yes, let's plan a study session.
I look forward to that, Helen.
Me too. Learning is always fun.
I feel excited to learn more.
Keep that enthusiasm, Sarah. You'll excel.
I will practice daily, I promise.
That's the spirit. You can do it.
Let's meet again next week.
Sounds perfect. See you then, Sarah.
Goodbye, Helen. Have a great day.
Goodbye, Sarah. Enjoy your learning.
Helen, can we review abate now?
Of course. Abate means to decrease intensity.
Can you give another example, please?
His fear began to abate slowly.
That makes sense. What about belie?
Belie shows a false impression created.
Can you use belie in context?
Her smile belied her true feelings.
Very interesting. Let's discuss beseech.
Beseech means to urgently ask someone.
Can you share another example?
He beseeched her to stay close.
I understand. What about coax?
Coax means to persuade gently.
Can you give an example again?
I coaxed my friend to join.
Good example. Now, about cower.
Cower means to crouch in fear.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The child cowered under the blanket.
I see. What about decry?
Decry means to publicly criticize something.
Can you provide another example?
Activists decried the unfair treatment.
Very informative. Let's talk about flinch.
Flinch means to make a quick movement.
Can you give an example again?
He flinched when the bell rang.
I understand better now. What's galvanize?
Galvanize means to inspire someone to act.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The event galvanized the community to unite.
Great. What about garner?
Garner means to collect or gather support.
Can you provide another example, please?
She garnered praise for her work.
I like this. Now, about mar.
Mar means to spoil or damage something.
Can you use mar in context?
The storm marred the beautiful landscape.
These verbs are very useful, Helen.
Yes, they are important for communication.
How can I remember these verbs?
Try using flashcards to practice them.
That's a great idea. I'll try it.
You can also use them in writing.
I will write sentences using each verb.
That will help reinforce your learning.
Thank you for your helpful suggestions.
You're welcome. I'm here to help.
What's the best way to practice speaking?
Try speaking with friends or classmates.
That sounds fun. I'll ask my friends.
You can also join conversation groups.
I'll look for local language groups.
That's a great way to improve.
I feel more confident speaking now.
Practice will make you even better.
Let's plan our next study session.
Yes. We can review more verbs.
I'd love to learn more verbs.
We can explore advanced verbs together.
I can't wait for our session.
Me too. Learning is a journey.
Do you have favorite resources for learning?
Yes, I love online vocabulary quizzes.
I'll check out some vocabulary quizzes.
That's a fun way to learn.
I'll also watch English videos online.
Good idea. They help with listening.
I'll focus on pronunciation as well.
That's important for clear communication.
What do you enjoy most about learning?
I enjoy discovering new words daily.
I love the feeling of progress.
Every little step counts in learning.
I'll keep that in mind, Helen.
Remember to celebrate your achievements too.
I will. Thank you for encouragement.
You're welcome. Let's keep supporting each other.
Yes. Teamwork makes learning more fun.
I agree. Together, we will succeed.
I'll practice these verbs every day.
That's the spirit, Sarah. Keep it up.
I appreciate your help and guidance.
Anytime, Sarah. I enjoy our sessions.
Let's meet again next week.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
Goodbye. For now, Helen.
Goodbye, Sarah. Have a wonderful day.